I just have to say that lots of disruptions here. I'm looking after these dogs here. So let's start again. Let's start again. Okay. With you, Sagittarius, you are so in tune, empathically in tune. Now, you may say not all Sagittarius are like that, but I get Sagittarius is so empathically in tune, and that's how I feel about myself. I feel that, and it's a hard one to learn, because you feel that everyone around you is pretty much on the same page, or at least on the same planet. What's the matter? At least on the same planet. But there's a lot of crazy people out there, and I think that's what we have to appreciate. It's crazy town out there. And when you are not like that, you kind of feel to yourself, well, am I the only person that's sane in this world, that's kind of has integrity and truth? So this is definitely coming through. Not everybody's so socially inept and empathic like yourself, Sagittarius. And you may be like, for instance, okay, I'll give you a scenario. I actually went to this supermarket about last week, and I thought I need to do a reading about that. And I went to this supermarket, and I know this is a little bit shallow, but it's kind of trying to explain to you. And I was just looking at the the tomato purees, and kind of which one should I choose, and I was like just looking. So I'm not going to be stood there with a great big smile on my face looking for tomato puree. So I was looking up, and there was these guys, maybe 19, 20, feeling that they are a little bit clever, and where are the social graces with people? This is what I would say, because when I was 19, I would never have done that to somebody old enough to be my mom. I don't know what's happened to this world, but I was getting, like, I knew they was directing this at me, like I was, they were looking for attention, saying, hey, isn't she miserable? Why she got that serious look on her face? Oh God, so serious, looking at the tomato puree. And I was surrounded by 3 of these guys. And, hello. And I was seriously thinking, what on earth is going on here? Do they want me to respond here? Completely and utterly. Sorry, I've got this dog here. It's very kind of wants its toy. Okay, that's what the dog's after. So I do apologise about this dog growling in the background here. So yeah, so these 3 guys were actually pulled this apart, this toy. Okay, so I was kind of, are they talking to me? Are they talking to me? And I was just stood there, and I was just focusing on what I was doing. I was shopping. And on this side, that's better. And I was shopping, and I kind of thought, who would do that? Who would say to someone innocently shopping, oh, look at you, you're so serious. You're so damn serious. And I feel that there's this energy around at the moment, especially for empaths, because it's like empaths are able to kind of drift into that own inner self. And people don't get that. People don't get that. They kind of, you know, why are you, they don't get it that you can actually have your own space and energy just looking for some tomato puree. Anyway, maybe I'm being a bit picky there, but it's like that. It's like there's no. It seems like there's no social. Some people are not as socially intelligent as what you are. That's what I'm trying to say. And looking just to prod you, and it seems that there is this energy around at the moment where it's very much trying to prod you and get you to respond. Is that something that seems to be fashionable at the moment? I don't know what that is. So what I'm going to look at here, that's the energies I get in for February for Sagittarius. It's winter, it's February, so I get a lot of boredom around this time, okay. I get, even simply just going to the supermarket, going to the shops and getting this stupid response from people. And I don't know, it's live, and I don't know whether you kind of can get that, but it's incredible that you can't do that. And I thought, does that take some kind of social intelligence to kind of that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate to do that to a complete stranger. Does that not exist anymore? That is like and it's like saying things, blurting things out without even being kind of mindful. So where am I going with this? I don't know, because it's free flow for Sagittarius. So February is like, it's like irritability around these people that look at you and feel that you're so calm and so measured, and maybe they perceive that of you, that you're calm, measured, that you're in the moment and all that kind of thing, and don't kind of quite get that. I don't quite get that. So I want to distract you from your moment there, from your moment. And I have to say, guys, without being rude, without being aggressive, well, if you want to be rude, that's fine. But without being aggressive, because I think they want you, people like that will want you to turn around and say, do you mind? I'm shopping and I would like to be left alone. I feel that as females or males, I think sometimes instead of, they do recommend you don't say anything to these types of people. But I feel that you have to say something. You have to say something. And you have to shout out their behaviour, which is inappropriate, because these people still need to learn, okay? They're still on a journey of learning that they haven't even learned how to behave socially in a social environment, such as in a supermarket. Okay, I'm not saying as per se a supermarket, it could be anywhere. Another example, I went to the pharmacist and I went to pick up my prescription, and there was this young assistant. She wasn't even the pharmacist, and she shouted out like she'd got a big kind of microphone in her hand here. Oh, your prescription, you've not picked it up for weeks. And because I travel quite a lot, I pick it up at different kind of pharmacies and I get them to divert it. I thought, well, I'm not going to explain that to this dumb kind of, I'm just going to teach her a lesson in life, okay? And we can only do that when we have gained wisdom, when we are, in that kind of presence of being appropriate, So the pharmacist was there giving me the medication that was due, and this lady, well, this woman, or supposedly a woman, I don't feel that she has said this, and I said to her straight out, I wouldn't have said this one time a day, but I've decided I'm going to speak out and call people's ignorance out from now on. And I said, I'm sorry, but that is so unprofessional for you to say that in public. And it really she didn't expect it. She expected me to throw her down and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise, and all this kind of thing, scared of the power that they have behind that damn counter. So I just turned around and I just looked at her straight in the eye and I said, what you just said there is totally unprofessional. And I'd appreciate it if you didn't speak to me that way. And then I carried on with being served with the, she says, well, what do you mean that it's inappropriate to say that? And I said, well, if I have to explain that to you, you've just, then, that again, that's unprofessional. Again, if I have to stand here and actually describe what you've just said. And she said, well, I'm just saying that, your prescription has been, but you've not collected it. So that prescription went back and all this kind of thing. And I said, well, the way you put that, you diverted that directly at me as an attack to say that I'm a useless human being because I can't even keep my medication going. That's the way it came across, and that's very insulting, and that is very kind of unprofessional. And could I please have my medication now? And I did. I expressed it to the pharmacist. I'm moving around because of my work, and I go to have it diverted. And what she has just said is unprofessional. So please, if you ever get that, if you can just say it, call that person out, not in an aggressive way, but get to the root of it and just say, hey, what you've just said there is insulting, is inappropriate and unprofessional, especially if they're in a profession too. So you see, people like that want to look great in front of us. Hey, I'm telling a customer off here of not collecting their medication and being rubbish at taking their meds. And she had no idea what was in that packet, which was something, I'm not going to discuss it here. It's something to do with my heart. And so I take this medication and I have it every month. And I actually go to different places. So pharmacists, the doctor diverts it to different pharmacists and all this kind of thing. So never allow people to speak to you like that. Now, why am I saying this, Sagittarius? I'm saying this because this is something that we're going to endure in February, and I want you to remember this. And is it something to do with the Mercury retrograde, wading through treacle, having to put up with these crazy people? Well, I'd say yes. Okay. When you are faced with somebody who is not socially intelligent, is socially inept, is saying inappropriate things to you, trying to call you out on something that they shouldn't say, then throw something back that will actually teach them about wisdom. Do not throw something back in anger. Throw something back to make them actually feel and think about what they say. Although, do they? Maybe. Okay, maybe not. So let's do a card reading. So intuitively, I think it's the time of the year, planetary aspects too. It's the time of the year, and it's February. People are bored. they're watching lots of Netflix, and they take it on, they take it as reality, kind of being clever banter and all this kind of thing, when it's a TV program. In real life, it's not really like that. Okay, you don't stand next to somebody in a damn supermarket, a stranger, and start to do this thing that you see on Netflix, and try to get somebody's attention, kind of thing. Ridiculous. So, yeah. So let's look. Sagittarius. I get like very slow in February. So it's something we just need to knuckle down in February, and just kind of just try to get through. Just try to get through, because I get this is laborious. It's going to be slow, a slow process, and also anything that you're doing in February. And I don't mean to be negative, because this is life. It's life, okay? And life is, it's not always about drama. It's not all about Netflix, and it's not all about, other people getting their kind of attention and looking great. Oh, look, I made that woman angry who's looking at the tomato puree, So, yeah, slow. So, laboriously slow in February. So, in what aspects too? In your working environment, you're going to be stepped back, or maybe your attention will be drawn to something ridiculous, trying to sort that out, which is, again, somebody who's just looking for drama, somebody who's just looking for attention, and it's like, you're looking over there when you need to be looking over there. And this is what this is in February for Sagittarius. Crazy. So this could be work, and this could be a relationship. This could be your marriage. This could be you started a relationship with someone, and it's just not happening, and it's not moving forward. And yeah, it's like people. What's wrong with people? Are they hitting depression at this time? Or can't they be bothered in February? Is it? It just feels like that around Sagittarius. Okay. And if it's a relationship, this relationship has slowed right down. It's not working. It's not kind of moving in the direction you would like it to go. If it's a marriage, this person's possibly niggling you with silly things and starting to make arguments with you, because things are not going too right in their lives either. So lots of this around work colleagues, family members, partners, new relationships are going through this in February. And this is going to be something, you're just going to think, why do I even damn bother with this? Okay. So very slow. And hi, everyone. So I will be looking at other signs. I'm going to get that done today. So February, wading through treacle, a little bit of these inept people around you. I want you to step back and think to yourself, these people are not socially mindful, socially intelligent. I need to accept that, but actually call them out. Don't say it in an aggressive way. Call them out, and don't put up with this BS, okay? So I get here the Queen of Wands, which is you, Sagittarius. That's this thing. It's very slow. You do not deserve this too. You do not deserve this slowness, like it's going backwards at all, Sagittarius, but you're going to have to endure it, okay? And it feels like it feels like there's a liability too, because you need to get the ball rolling. You need to get moving with this, whatever this is. But these other people around you have this like selfish ulterior motive. Why are they having this selfish ulterior motive? And it's something that they're treating you like a martyr. Oh, it's okay, you'll get over it. Oh, they will get over it. Oh, Sagittarian will get over this. And it's again that attitude to life. And these selfish people with ulterior motives who think you're going to get over it, call them out on it, okay? Call them out. And just say, hey, if it's a relationship that's gone sour, or a relationship that's gone stale, or a marriage that's saying, look, I just need this to stop, and I need to have a break. And I need to, if you can have some kind of break from this person, because they are really pushing you. I get that, okay, I get that. And I think you need to say, hey, stop, and call them out. And if you can take a break from this, even if it's a work situation, I think if you can take a holiday now in February, this is the great time to take a holiday. If you can either do this and you know, if you don't say anything, if you hold back, even if you do say something, there is this fear of losing goodwill with these people around you in February. But what they're doing is being antagonistic towards you. And you could say, and they're waiting for you because they're angry inside. They just want to get angry and nasty with you because you seem to be working this out pretty well, okay? And I don't work this out very well, but you seem to be working this out really good, Miss Perfect there and all this kind of thing. When you're not, it just appears to these people that you are. And I think this is where you need to show these people, no, I'm not. And you know, when are you going to stop doing this, whatever you're doing? And this needs to stop. Finding the balance is coming through here, very much so, okay. Finding the balance between accepting these people are not on the same page as you when it comes to emotional intelligence, as well as not on the same page as you as like looking at things in a spatial way and looking at it in a different perspective. Maybe you've tried to wait for this person or these people to catch up with you, but they never have. If this is a partner or somebody you are with and you've waited for them, and here we go again with these ridiculous statements, then they are not on your page, are they? They're not on your page. They feel it's okay to lash out at you. They're lazy. They don't want to learn how to be a higher vibration. They don't want to learn how to actually you know, have this emotional intelligence. They don't want to really kind of separate what's inappropriate and what's appropriate. So if they don't want to do that, I think you've got to stand back and say, well, that person is not fully there, are they? They're not fully there. And we call it not a full shilling in the UK. Empty-headed, that kind of thing. So, yeah. So you Sagittarius, you're just a bit scared of losing the goodwill here, but you would like to. Yeah. When people, you see, there's so much hatred out there at the moment. It seems to be something that's coming off Netflix or a social thing. I think this is where this is wrong about social media. there is this kind of wave of, let's triangulate against that person there because they seem to know what they're doing. So we're inept. So we need to actually force this on this person. But why they do that is because they're too damn lazy to sort it out in their mind here, what's right and wrong. Yeah. Now you may, and I'm pretty much like this too. I've always been. I've worked in a profession for like 30 years, so I've been trying to be professional and mindful and thinking and judgment and preempting things, preempting how somebody feels, preempting how they may react, and all these kind of things. So not everybody's going to be like this. So you kind of, and like me, I have still, although somebody's been shouting at me in like a hospital environment or whatever, so, professional environment where I've not been able to say anything back because I may lose my job. Okay. I've remained very calm when I've been attacked verbally. And you find that you take that into your personal life, and you still have this professionalism. You stay calm. You stay calm. And you see these people that do not have this training that you have of being appropriate and the way to behave in a social setting. They will prod you to actually react like they do. They would prod you until you actually react, but you repress this feeling of, no, I'm not going to react. I can't react. I'm a professional person. I have this calm approach. And there is this kind of also, yeah, so there's a repression here. It's time to stop this repression. I'm not saying you should join in with this crazy kind of Wild West or anything like that. I just feel that you can't stand there like I did in the supermarket, just innocently getting some tomato puree and listen to that BS because all this happens on Netflix. I think you do have to address behaviors. Either turn around and just stay calm, because in that situation, they're at fault. You're not in a work situation where you've got to behave yourself. You're in a situation where they should behave themselves in that situation, in that environment. So don't allow this to go on. And now it's just, for instance, you need to just turn around and say, is it possible to, if you're being harassed like that while you're innocently shopping or whatever you're doing, and you're in a situation like that, you could say, before you say anything, like, this is totally unprofessional. Could you leave me in peace? You could say, is it possible to actually see your manager? Could I see your manager, please? And actually speak to, and he may be as dysfunctional and toxic as they are, but at least you're saying your piece and saying, I feel that's totally inappropriate that I am in this situation and these people are harassing me. That would not happen in the streets. Okay. So, this is very kind of, it's just learning and realizing yourself that not everybody is sociable like yourself. And there's lots of people who are very ignorant. There's lots of people out there that are inappropriate. And it's time to stop being repressed like this. And if you're in a situation where they should be highly trained and they should be appropriate in the way that they speak to you, you need to speak out. Don't allow this to go on, okay? Because that's not right. That's not right. So let's have a look further into February. So there is this slowing this down. I think it's about people around you to slow you down here. And for instance, I'm not blaming the dog here, but it's like everything around you is trying to slow you down. And even the dog, when I started this reading, was wanting to, it was acting, wanted attention, wanted me to stop doing what I'm doing, wanted to divert me away. So it's not just people are okay. It does say the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is about love, okay? It's about love. Now, there's not many people in this world that you can trust. Well, I hope there is. I hope there is. And it should be much more of a loving kind of society in this world. And I do get the Ace of Cups here, love. Maybe they are wanting your attention because they are needing your help. But what a strange way, what a strange, inappropriate way to do that. This is what's coming through. Okay, this is saying this is actually a relationship. So although it's saying that this could be any relationships, the core reason for this is this relationship. And you need to, you do care about this person. I have the love card here, but this person is not, their judgment is very poor. Their judgment is poor, and this is what it's trying to come through here with this relationship, with this marriage. Even if it's a sibling relationship, whatever relationship this is. They have poor judgment. And their judgment has been very kind of disruptive, or their judgment has been toxic. And so, yeah, this is coming through as a relationship, and it's not a great relationship at the moment, okay, which is the Two of Cups. Yeah, it's not your problem, it's their problem, and this is what you've got to realize, that it's not their problem. Sorry, is it their fault? They won't take the blame for this. Now this person is only clinging on to you because they feel loneliness. Okay, the Hermit card in reverse. They are clinging on to you, but they've let you down. But they don't want to let you go. They've let you down. They may even be going through some midlife crisis. And this is not going to resonate with all of you here, but this person has let you down. Now, this could even be somebody who is your father, your brother, because let's not forget, fathers and brothers still go through this midlife crisis, and they're trying to prove that they're still kind of clever and young, and I can still wind you up like a teenager. They have betrayed, and that's betrayal, the lack of judgment of why are you doing this, and this is a betrayal of this person's betrayed you. This person has betrayed you. You are absolutely right in thinking, okay, they may not have cheated on you, but they have betrayed you in a number of ways. And it's time this stops, okay? They don't want to let you go. But I do get you have to look after your own happiness. And this is what you're going to be thinking about in February, is looking at your own happiness. And if you look at the year ahead that I did for Sagittarius, this is very poignant for that, because it's like this this person that you're close to comes in and goes out, comes in, goes out, because they don't want to let you go. They don't want to be alone in old age, or they fear some kind of unhappiness that's there. I do get a Lucifer kind of energy here. So I get here the Sun card, and the Sun card is you have to put your own happiness in the priority before this person, because they have betrayed you. They have betrayed you. They have not been truthful. They have not been true to you. They know they have betrayed you, but they know they can't live without you, that kind of energy. And it's time for you to get your justice. It's time for you to get your justice, Sagittarius. Time for you to get your justice in every way. Do not allow people to talk to you like this, and accept it. And because you're a good person, and that you don't want to upset people, and you want to keep the goodwill in people, it's not working, is it? It's not working, because these people are still doing this. You know, oh, let it go over your head. Let's just ignore it, turn a blind eye to it. It's not working. The only thing that's going to work is for you to move away from this, and then decide with the Sun card, is this something, if this person lacks judgment, has betrayed me, is this something that I want to keep in my life if I have so much integrity, truth, and honesty, and I go by that? Why am I accepting this from these other people? So justice. So let's recap here for Sagittarius, okay? Oof, where do I start? There's people that are really pushing the envelope with you, Sagittarius, prodding you, seeing how far they can go, pushing your boundaries, and just seeing how far they can push you until you break. And I think in February, it's that point where you're broken and you can't do this anymore. And you could even say this to this person: I can't do this anymore. I'm broken. You've broken me. Yeah, I tried, and I waited to see if this would change, and it never did. And this is broken. And it's like, it's time for me now to reach out for happiness. And if ever anybody does that in the future, make sure that you say your piece. And again, I get like a man-child here, a man-child who will, you know, it's like one of those unruly teenagers who never kind of has any kind of judgment of like they actually may be hurting people. They may be hurting a lot of people but when you're a grown up, or if you're a grown man or a grown woman and you're doing this, you can hurt a lot of people. And I feel this is what this is. This person is a grown man or a grown woman. They're still doing this. And they shouldn't have been doing this in their teenage years. Somebody should have guided them in their teenage years, but they didn't. So this continues into their adult years. This person's never grown up. And it's time to say enough is enough. You know, you've broken me. I can't do this anymore. I personally, as a Sagittarius, want someone who is at least on the same page, who is able to reason, who's able to rationalize, who's able to make judgments, who's able to be mindful, who's got some kind of higher vibration than roughshodding like some loose cannon everywhere. and trampling over everyone that they meet to just get their own kind of needs met. So, difficult people around you in February, and it's saying don't be that calm person that's, you know, that's going to say, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's because this unruly teenager does not respond to, it's okay. I need to stay calm. This will blow over. This unruly teenager that's now an adult, that does not. You have to talk to these people like a damn teenager. You have to say, that behaviour is wrong. You have betrayed me. You have hurt me. And it's time, you know, you're never going to grow up. So it's time for me to leave. So finishing off here, I do pick a relationship. Whoever I'm reaching out to here, I was Sagittarian. It's make or break time. And I feel, well, how can I do this when I've got no money? I can't, you know, move forward financially. I feel that you've got to do something. Either say this to this person for them to change until you do leave. Just give you a little bit of leeway, or try to get out of this if you can. Okay. It could be, may not be a partner. Like I said, it may be somebody who's close to you, people around you at work, all this kind of thing. It could be all of them, actually. I get share the love. Share the love. Yeah, I do believe in that. I believe in extending your hand out to actually share the love. But it's like forgiveness. It's like, I do love you, but you're doing this to me. And I need some time to release this energy and release this, what you've put me through. But I do care for you. This person will listen to you, okay? Because you are speaking out for change. Instead of them speaking out all the time, you're starting to speak out. Why didn't you speak out before such? I'm sure you did. I feel that you're so brave and so strong that you felt that this would blow over, this person would change eventually. So it's time to confront this. Yeah. It's time to confront people like this. And give yourself, spread your wings and actually be free and say, oh, that's it, I'm done here. And this is like, yeah, like I've said all along with this reading, it's change your focus. In what way change your focus? Well, Sagittarius, you change your focus in realizing that not everybody is as mindful as you, is as socially intelligent as you, is emotionally intelligent as you, is at this elevated level as you, is thoughtful as you, it has kind of mindful calmness as you, has worked on yourself as you. Not everybody's like that. Okay, and it's like change your focus to see the world in a different way. Not saying you should not share your love, but make sure you're careful who you share your love with. Absolutely. So sending you guys lots of love, Sagittarius. I'll be back shortly with other zodiac signs. Okay, and bye for now. Bye-bye. Oh, before I go, if you'd like your own personal reading, intuitive tarot, please give me an email. What I'll do is I'll put the email address in the description box at the bottom. Please send me an email and say I'm interested in a personal reading. They start from $50 upwards, depending how long you want. You get a one-to-one Skype and you actually speak to me, okay? and our one-to-one Google Hangout. So it's very quality reading that I give. If you're interested, please give me an email. And thank you, and bye for now. Bye bye.